What's up, guys? Back now with the Munitorum Field Manual for December 2024. Um, I'm going to run through most of the armies fairly quickly, maybe talk a little more on the Space Marine, Space Wolf type changes, just because that's the armies I play mostly in, that this channel centers around for the most part. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this thing. All right, so let's see what we got first. All right, Sisters, Castigators went up 10. Exorcist went up 20. I don't remember them doing this before, putting the plus right there before the number. They just showed you it up, so I kind of like that. That makes it easy to read these things. Custodes, Shield Captains went up 20. Praetors went up 10 for 2, 15 for 3. But they did just get +1 toughness and wound. So that's to balance that out, I guess. Castellan Robots went down 10 for 2 and 20 for 4. Titanicus, Eldari, look untouched. Yep, nothing for Eldari. Astra Militarum, Hellhound went up 10. Cadians went up 5 points for 10. Catechins went up 10 points for 10 and 10 points for 20. Chimera went up 15 points. Leonsis went up 25 points. Aquilons went up 20. Scions went up 10 for 5 and 10 for and 20 for 10. Ugh. Ogrins went up 10 for a 6-man, and Gaunt's Ghost went up 10. All right, so some bunch of little point changes there for guard. What do we got next? Templars. Black Templar Repulsor went down 10. Repulsor Executioner went down 5. Blood Angels, Mephiston went up 10. Liberator Assault Group, Rage Fueled Warrior got one of their enhancements went up 15. And Sanguinary Guard got 5 points cheaper for 3 and 10 points cheaper for 6. Demons, Bloodletters got 10 points cheaper. Screamers went up 10 for 3 and 20 for 6. Chaos Knights, bunch of drops. -10 on War Dog, -5 on Huntsman, a -5 on Stalker, and Lord of Dread goes down 10 points. All right, so a couple little points drops for Chaos Knights. It's such a big model army. I'm not sure how much a few little points drops help, because it's not like you can just add another whole 140 point guy. But Chaos Marines, Chaos Bikes went down 10 points for 6, and that's the only change to them. Dark Angels, Lionel went up 30. Probably deserved. Death Guard untouched. Death Watch untouched. Drukari, here's a few. Grotesques went up 10 points for 6 models. Scourges went up 10 points for 5 models. Void Raven went up 20. Rax got 5 points cheaper for 5, 10 points cheaper for 10. So basically 1 point a model. Sea Stealers, Abominant went up 20. Ridge Runners went up 10 for 1, 20 for 2, so basically 10 points per Ridge Runner. Grey Knights, Nemesis Dread Knight went up 5 points. All right, not a huge change there. Imperial Agents, Vindicare Assassin went down 25 points. So I'm assuming this is the one for when he joins. Yeah, so he's only 125 to take him as an ally instead of 150. Index Imperial Knights, Halvern went down 10, Warglaive went down 10. Votan, Thunderkin went down 5 for 3 and 10 for 6. Necrons, C10, Nightbringer went up 10. Void Dragon went up 10. Transcendent went up 10. Wraiths went down 10 for 3, 20 for 6. Warriors went down 10 for 10. Ophidian Destroyers went down 10 for 3, 20 for 6. Plasmancers went down 5. Royal Warden went up 10. Ghost Ark went down 10. Hexmarks went up 5. And Immortals went up 5 for 5. All right, Orcs. Oh, Warbass went up 10. Warboss and Mega Armor went up 10. Nothing else there. Marines and Furnace Squads went up 10 for 5 and 20 for 10. No one's really taken them. They just buffed their rules, so I thought maybe they would start, but then they hit them on points. So we'll see if that actually gets them taken or not. Same Heavy Intercessors just got a buff, but they went up 15 points for 5 and 30 points for 10. That's 3 points per model. That's looking at the new rules. They changed the dead slate. I was thinking about taking them, but Scepters went down 10 points for 3 and 20 points for 6 because their 3-inch deep strike went to 6-inch. Marnius went up 15. Let's see what else. Reavers up 5 for 10, or up 5 for 5, up 10 for 10. Ventress went up 20 points. Gilliman went up 60 points, but he can activate 2 abilities now. So you know what? You might still bring him. Scouts went up 5 for 5, 10 for 10. Stern Guard, 10 for 5, 20 for 10. Space Wolves, Wolf Scouts went up 5 for 5, 10 for 10, and Wolfen went up 5 for 5 and 10 for 10. So it's the only Space Wolf thing that changed. So Thunderwolves for once didn't get hit. Tau, Tiger Shark went up 50. Thousand Suns untouched. Tyranids, Norm went down 15. Or Norm Assimilator went down 15. Norm Emissary went down 15. Trigon went down 20. Tyrant Guard went down 5 for 3, 10 for 6. So only drops for Tyranids. World Eaters untouched. All right, so that's that. So the way I've been running my wolves lately, I will lose points off the regular scouts or marines. I wasn't running either of these units, but I know a lot of people are. But now they went up. But scouts going up. What was it? 10 points? Where were they? Under Gilliman, 5 points for 5. All right, so it's not a huge change if you're in 1 or 2, but it does force you to change a few units around. If you're, had a list you liked at 2,000 and you ran a couple scouts, you'll lose a few points. Maybe you have to drop an enhancement. I don't think the scouts are that good. I'm not sure why they did that, but then Reavers went up. I'd been playing around some Hounds of Mordecai, which didn't go up, but Reavers did get some buffs in the rules. Overall, not too big a hit. And Scepters, now that they're a little cheaper, even though it's a 6 instead of 3 inch, I think that's still pretty good. I think you still might take a squad or 2 for some objective control, depending on your list. My current list hasn't been running them, but earlier in the edition, I ran them a lot. 6 inch on 9 is better than 9, especially trying to drop into people's backfield. You won't find holes to drop them offensively as much, like mid-table, but they're still probably good for like some behind enemy lines, containments. What's the other one? Established locusts, some sabotages, stuff like that. So I still think Inceptors have a place, but not a lot here. Nothing crazy good or crazy devastating for Marines, just some slight tweaks. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time.